Recording. Yeah, I just hit it. We are recording. So happy May. I'm super excited. I have lots of notes. Who knows if I'll hit them all? Who knows if I'll go off on a tangent? We'll see. It's fine. Um, but I know that this month is going to be insane. Like, there's no doubt about it. April, I didn't even know it was going to be like it was. So I already know May's been crazy, or it's going to be crazy. So he hasn't announced anything yet, which means to me that he's going to announce some crazy stuff. He didn't do a product special or a customer special the first weekend of the month. Like, what's going on? So I really think that maybe he'll announce something this week and it'll run for a week. I still think that he's going to announce some kind of bonus, some kind of something to run to. Like, I know he's going to bring all the momentum. So, I want us to be ready for that. So I just kind of wanted to go over a game plan that can feed into, whatever he does announce. So, I want to start with routines. Like, how are you all running your days? What are your morning routines like? So I want you all to take notes on this. So, some things that I've been doing, some things that I'm going to start doing. So every single morning with your morning routine, obviously you should be getting up and doing your 3 steps. Obviously, you should be getting up and doing some kind of personal development. I don't care if you get up and go straight to the bathroom, watch a YouTube video. Like, you can do something to pour into yourself first thing in the morning. So, and believe me, I get it, been there, done that. Like, Ariana will drive me crazy. So I'm like, oh, I have to pee. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. So the next thing that I want you all to do is making sure that you're putting your 3 steps on your stories. But you can also start your day off with just throwing up an inspirational quote. So you can go on Pinterest, you can go on Instagram and do like hashtag boss babe quotes, like anything. That's where I got some of mine today. But go on there and put in like an inspirational quote, something that people can automatically see and scroll by and want to get a little motivated from. And then, like I said, your 3 stories, making sure that you're putting your 3 stories on there, or your 3 steps. Lord, I can't get it together, obviously. So you're making sure you're putting your 3 steps on your stories every single day. Switch it up. Show your face some days. Do boomerangs. Just switch your patch. Do something. I've been using the app Over. I know I've had a few of you all ask me, but it's called Over and it's like yellow. That's what I've been using the font on. There's a lot of fonts that are free. I did buy the full version or whatever. But I even get a lot of interaction from that. I have people asking me what I'm using on my app and just really complimenting my stories. You should be posting an unfold story of some sort every single day. I like to start my days off with product ones because I automatically posted my 3 steps. So I feel like I should just go into like, oh, well, here's what you can get with your 3 steps right now. Here's my deals. So I know I sent a bunch in the chat today, so you can use those. You can make your own, you can do whatever, but I think the best special to run with, since we don't have anything out right now, is if you can afford to give them some money for, like I've personally been doing buy step 1 and step 2, you get step 3 for free. I'm doing that because I have a ton of patches on hand because I bought an 800 pack or 2, I don't even know. And I have a ton of patches. So that's what I've been doing. I haven't had very many people get that. They prefer the buy 3 steps, like the new 4-week pack. I tell them they get the free shakes because, it comes with extra shakes now. They don't know any different. And then I let them do like free sculpt or free balance. You can send them credits for it. You can get it for them. You can do it however you want to do it. So that is what those stories that I posted. Now with that, you don't have to post that special. You can make your own thing that says like $20 off or $10 off this week or free shipping or however you want to do it. Do it your way. That's why I really like the credit option because we can do whatever we want with it. So I make sure that I try to post like a opportunity story at night. It seems to do better for me. You can switch it up and do it during the day or however you want to do it. It just seems to me like more people are in bed scrolling, exhausted from the day, whether they've been at work or whatever, and they're like, okay, what is she doing? So I get most of my messages at night, and I think that's why. Let's see. My biggest thing was if you all are having to time block or fit this in or, just doing a million things a day, if you're getting up and you're doing your 3 steps, you're putting on your stories and you're putting your motivational stuff, and then your unfold stories, your opportunity, whatever, you're done. You're done for that morning. Your thrive is out the way, your business is out the way. You can go do answer messages, go on about your day, spend time with your family, like post about your family, post some selfies in your stories, whatever. But the business part is done for the morning. So I think that really sets you up for success. That way you're not stressing whether you got it done or not. Like I know Kiana this morning, she was messaging me and she was like, I've been running around all morning. I haven't done my stories. Okay, so she knows that if she would have done on first thing in the morning, like she would have been good to go. So, we all have those days. I get it. But that's just one way that you could just get up and get it done and be done. Let's see. So another thing I wanted to point out was, like I said, May's going to be insane. April was insane, and April was only 30 days. We have 31 in May. Can you imagine what would have happened with one more day? 24 more hours last month? Like, I don't even know. So we have that this month. We have 31 days to make anything happen. So I just wanted to put that out there. If this isn't the time for you to run full force with your business, I don't know when is. Because you got to think about it right now. You're building a business that you can work this summer. Right now, you're building your Christmas money. Do you want to wait until November and then think, oh, I really need to work my business so I can buy Christmas? No, this is the time. This is the time for you to build your business. And I'm not saying like relax this summer, because I think it's going to be crazy. But I mean, if you build it now, put all the work into it now, you can have some pull days. You can have some days where you unplug and do you. Like, you have to be consistent with it. You have to build it. Do you have anything to add with any of that before I go on?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out, we just got off of a leadership meeting, and some things are going to be announced soon. This is the only company and the only tribe that I know that rewards you for doing what you're supposed to do. I grew up in a household where you didn't get allowance for cleaning your room because that was like a given. It's what you're supposed to do. So what you're supposed to do is enroll customers or go live or post to your stories and stuff, and there are going to be very, 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 very frequent rewards and giveaways and prizes and stuff like that this month. I'm not going to give away too many details, but make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. That's all I'm going to say about that, because we've got some really exciting things. Like I said, it's the only tribe that's going to give back to people for doing what they're supposed to do anyways. Like, your job doesn't just give you like a $50 bonus on Tuesday for like coming in to work that day, like just because you came in like you were supposed to anyways, like here's some extra money. That's what our tribe is doing. So just be prepared for that. Plug in. We didn't have a lot of like sales in April, like company-wide specials or anything like that, like promotions or anything going on. We kind of had like the goat promotion. I don't remember if we even had anything else. So just be ready. Like, we don't get a warning whenever we're about to have a sale announced or anything. It gets dropped in your email. We put it in the chats. It's like 24 hours long sometimes. Maybe it's the weekend. So like, if you don't check the chats or you don't check your email or whatever, like, you miss it. You know what I mean? You miss the potential. So like, plug in this month, because this month, like, that's what the vibes that I'm getting are, that if you for real don't pay attention to your email or to the chat, like, you will miss it. You will miss winning things that our leaders are giving away. You will miss sales that are going on. You will miss promotions that are going on. I'm just thinking about all the people who weren't on that Saturday. And if you weren't in yet, then that's different, but who weren't on to hear the GOAT promotion, and then like didn't realize and put two and two together about what was going on until like that Monday. So then you're already 2 days into like the 5 days that we had before you even realized what was going on and that you needed 1,000 PV. So I hope that makes sense. Like, if you're not plugged in when this stuff is dropped, because our CEOs just like, what's that saying? Fly by the seat of their pants. Is that how it goes? That's what they do. Like, they just drop something and then give us details later, which I think is amazing. But you have to like be ready. You have to just kind of be on your toes. And this is that month to really be on your toes. This is not the month to coast. This is not the month to like be in neutral. This is not like, it's literally like 80 and a 60 month, like pedal to the metal, foot on the gas all month long. Take little 30-minute power breaks here and there, but don't take a day off. Like, that's what it's for. What did she say?
That I got
Oh.
her yelling at her kids. Um, so, the thing is, when she says that the CEOs literally, like, Jason is the worst. He will say, I know when he came out, was it the double VIPs, I think? He came out with it and basically they were like, I don't even know what they didn't even know the details. They didn't even know what qualified, what didn't qualify. Like he just
The ludicrous promotion.
okay, they were like, he just
Remember
announced it and we got to figure it out, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, like she said, stay ready, pretty much. Get ready and stay ready. It's not the time to get ready and then take off and then get ready again. It's the time to get ready and stay ready. You just got to stay ready. So I'm just going to go into a little bit about daily stuff. And then, so like I said, getting up and doing what you're supposed to do every morning. Wake up earlier if you have to. Make sure you're doing your personal development. If you're having a hard time, if you're overwhelmed, it's okay to unplug, but not for the day. Like this, it's not okay right now. Take an hour, take 2 hours, take a nap, do something, and then get it back together. Like we don't have time to be unplugging all day. Like this is not the time. You're gonna regret it.
Take a nap.
I did that yesterday.
Take a walk. Take a nap.
Do something. So making sure you're posting, that's huge too. If you go look at, my posts or whatever, notice the difference. Like if you're just throwing up pictures of the products or whatever versus like you need to be having, depending on how many times you post a day. If you post 3 times a day, okay, do 2 lifestyle posts and a thrive post. Like lifestyle is an inspiration quote, how you start your morning, something to make people want to see your stuff. And then if you just happen to throw in a thrive post later, okay, they want what you're doing. But like, don't make it to where I already cleaned up my page, but I was going to say, go look at my page from the 29th through the 30th because it was awful. It was like, I have two more places, or I need 2 more customers, whatever. I don't do that, but like it was grind time. So just making sure that you're not being spammy, you're not being pushy, you're really just here. Need to clean my page, and we all do. I have to clean mine all the dang time. But just making sure that you're just kind of like, hey, I'm here, I feel good, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and then later in the day, oh, this is what I'm using, this is what you need in your life. So does that make sense? Like really just sharing your life, how you operate, and then later it's like, this is how I get it done. So making sure that you're doing new content. I don't care if you get dressed. I say this all the time, get dressed, take 5 selfies, switch your shirt 5 times. I don't even care. Use those pictures. Like you need new pictures. You need to be like constantly switching it up. So I wanted to talk about attitudes too. So if you're constantly telling yourself like, I'm in a funk, nobody wants this, my whole network is broke, my friends are broke. Okay, why is that your network? Why is that the only friends you have on your Facebook? Why are you in a funk? Like it's all has to do with you. You can solve all these problems. My team doesn't work. Okay, why are you focused on that? Bring in new team. Work for me as an engagement post. See, an engagement post in the morning. Mindset, exactly. So it's just like Rana. She could say, oh, nobody wants to buy my strawberries. Why? You have the wrong people on your Facebook then. Like everybody wants strawberries that I know. So it's just all about finding those people. It's trial and error. Add this type of person, add this type of person. You just got to constantly be, I don't know, it sounds bad, but recycling these people. You just constantly got to switch it up, add new, like I said, you can't focus on what's not working. The people that aren't buying from you, the team that's not working. You have to switch it up. Basically, when you're having mindset issues like that, you're draining yourself. And if you're draining yourself, you can't crush this month. You can't go into this month like, I don't want to work. Nobody wants this. She promoted last month and I didn't. What am I doing wrong? No, just correct it and keep it moving. Like that's all you got to do is keep it moving. Learn something new. Do something different.
Can I butt in on
Go ahead.
Y'all, I'm tired as I'm so tired. Do you understand? Like from going 12K last month and Chris's 40K in the goat promotions and all of that, like I am exhausted and I haven't like taken, like a day to unplug or anything like that because that's just not what I do. I'm tired, but I'm also like on an adrenaline like rush too, you know? And that momentum is just like that snowball effect. You know what I mean? Like that momentum just keeps building and building and building. And since I didn't like at the end of the month, whenever I promoted, since I didn't just say, okay, like I've arrived and then like I'm going to take a few days off, I just like kept going up and up. Like I'm checking in with my customers. I'm getting some team gifts together. I'm doing all the things like game planning. We just got off a leadership meeting. Like I'm still going and going and going. And that's why my volume for May is going to be higher than what my volume for April was, is because I'm not just like up and down, up and down. I stayed on a constant like up all of April. And then I didn't even like drop on the first or on the second or anything. Like today, I did a combination of getting the house together and getting all of like my customers situated with like their auto ships and checking in with them and making sure that they got their orders. And trust me, I had the biggest month ever. It was a lot of customers. There was like 20 people that I had to like write down and finding the chicken scratch from, like it was awful. The house was awful. Like I know Krista's house was awful. Like it's been horrible, like home wise, trying to just keep everything together, but I'm not using it as an excuse. So whatever you're going through, like my whole point in that is like, we're tired and I get it, especially if you know, like worked really hard or you're in your VIP period or whatever it is, but let that be like your fuel. Don't let it be your excuse. You know what I mean? Don't just, because like once you take a day off and then it makes it okay to take a day off, if that makes sense. Like once you take one day off, well, it's okay to take another one, and then it's okay to take another one, and then before you know it, you like wasted 8 days out of the month, and those are 8 days that you could have changed 8 lives, you know what I mean, if not more. So I just wanted to put that in there, that like I'm tired AF, y'all, like, and I'm still going.
Well, and the thing is, it's because it's worth it. We know what can happen. We actually experience it. And if you haven't, it's okay, but you will. So that's why I wanted to talk about a little bit about visualization tonight too. So mind your business. So I want you all to think about it being May. It's May 31st. It's about to be 12 o'clock on May 31st. What do you log in your back office and see? So you log in your back office and you scroll down to your volume. What do you see? Is it 12,000 in volume? Is it 4,000? Is it your VIPs that you reached? Did you earn your iPad bonus? Like, what does your back office see? I want you to see it. And I know I posted screenshots of my volume last month, and I do that to show what you all have done, because it's not me, it's we did it as a team. But it's also visualization. I have saved tons of people's stuff like that before, like Courtney's, M's. Like if she's posted her volume, I'm saving it. I screenshot it and I'm like, that's me. Like that's what I'm visualizing. So if you need to do something like that, like I maintained 4K like yesterday. Is that not insane? 2 days into the month, I can post it if you want to post it. If that's what you want your volume to look like, then you just need to see it. You just need to put it in your phone, print it out, do whatever you need to do just to see it. So that when you're looking at it, when you log in and you scroll down and you see 4,000 in volume, you are 4K or you are 12K. How do you feel? Are you excited? Are you happy? Are you ready to see your paycheck on Tuesday? Are you, like if you're scrolling down and at the bottom you can see who enrolled people, like it says Christina enrolled a customer, Kiana enrolled a brand promoter, whatever. Pretend you're scrolling through there. I don't care if it's like 5 months worth of stuff. Scroll through it and think, oh my gosh, in your head, this is what's happening. It's just insane. I can't even keep up. Like, I want you to visualize these things, see these things. Because the thing is, you can do it. We're no different from each other. No different. I honestly, in the middle of the month last month, I was kind of like, I don't think I'm going to hit 40K. We all doubt ourselves. We all think we're not capable. Last month, so about, I don't even remember, like 4 or 5 months ago, I was barely maintaining my 12K. Like barely. I was stressed. And then to go from that to now, like last month, what did we end at? Like 57,000. The month that I go 4K, we just surpass it. Like, how does that even happen? How? I mean, that's insane. But you know what it is I didn't just look at people's trackers that said 40,000. I was looking at people's trackers that said 87,000, and I was seeing myself in that position. I was showing up as that because that's what I wanted. I knew what it was going to feel like. And even if it's not a rank, it can be your highest PPA or PV or however, like y'all will see trackers when they announce stuff, but like your highest volume, maybe it's 2,000. Maybe you've never hit 2,000 in volume before and that's what you see. That's fine. Everyone's goals are different. Everyone's in a different space. So do you have anything to add to that? Let me just keep moving. Okay. So I want you all to just literally just keep your foot on the gas every single day. But the thing is, you do have, like, I wanted you to visualize that because I want you to know where you're going. What is your goal? If you just have your foot on the gas and you're just driving, but you don't have anything in your GPS, where are you going to end up at? Are you going to be driving around in circles? Like, if you don't know where you're going, you can't just keep your foot on the gas. That's the problem. If you know that your goal is 4K, you know to keep your foot on the gas and turn here and do this and do that and show up here and be here. You know what to do to get there. So that's the main thing, is really writing that down, showing up how you're supposed to show up in the mornings, writing your morning routine down, crossing things off your list, making sure you're stepping out of your comfort zone, showing up for Zooms. That's huge. Lean in, stay plugged in. So I'm trying to think what I want to. So, okay, say it is, we're going back to the beginning of the month. Say it's May 10th or maybe May 20th or May 25th and nothing's happened. You don't have anything going on. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't mean that you aren't still going to make something happen. I mean, if y'all didn't see the power of that 5 days of GOAT, I mean, I don't even know where y'all were at because it was insane. 10 times by Grant Cardone. Okay, post that in the chat when we get done. I haven't even read that either. But if you just sit and think, okay, nothing happened, so much can freaking happen in a day, in 2 days, in 5 days. Like I said, that GOAT promotion, there were so many of you all that earned it that have been counting yourself out for months. I mean, it's unreal. So you have to have faith. You just have to show up no matter what happens, no matter how tired you are. You just have to push. If you work a 9-to-5 job or have before, there were days that you didn't feel good and you didn't want to get up, but did you have to do it? Yeah, you knew that you had to do it. This is the same thing. If you treat it like a business, if you treat it like a job or whatever you want to call it, you have to show up for it. If not, then you're just kind of working it when you want. So when your check is $5, it's because you worked it when you wanted to. You didn't show up every day. You can't get paid for 7 days if you only showed up one. If you don't show up on the Zooms, I can't clock you in for your hours. Like, you have to show up. So I know that Thrive's going to do something crazy, but either way, whether they do or they don't, like Kiana said, they didn't even do much last month and look how insane it was. Either way, you have to show up for you. We don't show up for promotions. We don't. I could have just not went 40K because I didn't get a bonus. I mean, would that have made sense? No. You have to show up for you. It's not for us. I know I've said this before and I don't mean it this way, but it doesn't affect us. Like I said before, if you have people on your team that aren't working, who cares? Go get new team members. That's the same thing with us. We have to do what we got to do. We have to show up every day and we're going to find people that match our energy. So you have to match your own energy. You have to show up for yourself. You have to do what you want your team to do. The only thing that's holding you back from where you want to be is action. Whether it's in your mindset, doing your personal development, showing up and doing what you're supposed to be doing, that's what's holding you back. I'm trying to think. You got anything to add to that?
Yeah, I'm going to chime in on just like a few different things, like how you were saying, you know, even if nothing happens, like I got out of my own head about my 12K. I've been pushing for 12K for a year, you know, like it took me a year to hit 12K. And I don't think I really stressed too much about it, you know, like I wanted it to happen, but I knew that I wasn't ready for it to happen because I was so against having a team for a while. So most of you don't know, me and Christina were actually on a one-on-one, and she didn't know, like I don't have a big team. I bring in I'm my runner. I bring in all the customers that I would want my team to bring in. That's easy to do to get to your VIPs or to get to 4K. But once you bridge the gap between 4K and 12K, I mean, you have to have a team behind you to do it. So I had to get out of my own head about wanting a team. I can attract a team any day. I didn't want to. I didn't want to deal with it. I'm being completely honest. So what I had to actually do is spin my mindset of, no, I want a team of people who run. So I had to set that example. It was like this whole process. I had to lead by example and enroll, let's see, at least 6 customers per month. That was like my minimum. Always more than that. So at least 6 customers a month. And then once I got to the point where I could start like posting to attract a team and, talk to people and stuff like that, that's what I was attracting back to me was rock stars. Like some of my girls are on here. It's like their first Zoom, I think, since they've joined, and like they're on here. Why? Because they're a rock star. Why? Because I attracted a rock star. Why? Because I did the work behind it, the mental work that needed to be done to hit 12K. I was not mad that I didn't hit 12K when there was a bonus, like Krista said, or that I didn't hit it 6 months ago, or that I didn't hit it, right after I went 4K. Like I wasn't mad about it because I knew the reasoning behind it. I knew it was me. I was stopping myself from growing that team that you need to hit that rank. And then I just wanted to point out how what we're talking about, like what can happen in 24 hours and what can happen, in an entire month or an entire week, whatever. I just wanted to tell you guys that we were a little over 24 hours left in the month when I hit 12K. Like it was like the night before the last day of the month, and I was 1,200 away. And then Krista said, oh my gosh, 826. And then I was like, you did your math wrong. It's 526. She was like, oh, something happened. It's 526. Let me tell you, in 20 minutes, it went from 1,200 to I hit 12K. Like I needed 1,200 and it all got $1,200 in orders came through within 20 minutes. She was like 826 to 526, 234. And then I lost it. You would have thought I won an award. Like I lost it. I'm not even gonna lie to you right now. But like I just lost it because I knew at needing 234, like that was nothing. You know what I mean? Like that was nothing, that was gonna come through, that night or whatever. But in 20 minutes, because that 1,200 was looking really really far off-ish. You know what I mean? Like it was looking like, well, 20, or the 1,200 that I needed was looking like, kind of not unattainable, but I was just like, okay, like I'm gonna have to figure something out. I don't know. And I just kind of let go and let God, and it happened in like 20 minutes.
And let me tell y'all, she was the first to say, all the leaders and stuff will tell you, like, forget a rank. It doesn't matter about the rank. Hold on. She was like, give me 12K and a car bonus, and a bitch done arrive. She was like, I arrived. I am a 12K. Like,
not because they do, all the leaders. And I mean, it really isn't about a rank. Like your rank doesn't matter. It's where your heart is. You know what I mean? Like wherever your heart is. Like I have a 200K heart regardless, but they're always like, like you don't feel different after you hit a rank and stuff like that. And so I always expected that, like I hit 4K and I didn't really feel different, but that's because I was brand new and I didn't know what 4K meant. So I didn't know any different when I hit 4K. But then a year later, working for a year on myself and growing a team and, working on my social media and showing up every single day. Krista will tell you that I am the most consistent person, like ever. You never see me like not show up in my stories. You never see me like not show up in posting or anything. And to work on that for a year though, and then hit it, and then they're like, yeah, like you don't feel any different the next day. So I asked her, I was like trying not to make her feel bad if she didn't feel different. I was like, so do you feel different? Because they say that like you don't feel different. Like it's just the title, it's just the rank. I was like, but a bitch feels different. Like, I mean, I don't know what they're talking about. Like it's the simple things for me, like 12K and a car bonus. Like I'm there. Like I have arrived. Like Alexa, play Moneybag. Like, you know what I mean? So it is a sense of accomplishment, and no, nothing changes. Your responsibilities grow and stuff like that. And I just know for me, it's like I impacted more people in April. I impacted more team members. My team members impacted more customers. Like that's what it actually feels like, is that I've made the most impact. And that's how I go into it now, is how many more lives can I change, like in May? You know what I mean?
And I also want to point out what we used to say in our last company. This business isn't a work and get paid business. It's a work, get paid, work, get paid. And it eventually turns into get paid. Like, all of your efforts compound out of nowhere. Like I was in the parking lot of the post office a couple weeks ago, boo-hooing because of my damn check. Like it can go from nothing to something.
It was bad.
Like you have no idea.
It was bad. Like
So
it hits you like a ton of bricks, you know,
it
like it comes
does.
from nowhere. And there's been months, you know, where I've gotten super frustrated because like I said, I haven't had a team this whole year. This whole year that I've been in this business, I've not had a team. I still get paid because I still enroll customers because that's my job, regardless of if I have a team or not. My job is to still do all the things that Krista just said, show up in the mornings, post my stories, make a post on my social media, show up on Zooms, do what I'm like. My job doesn't change. Like no matter if I feel good, if I don't feel good, if I got a sick kid, whatever, you know, if I have a team, no matter what's going on, my job does not change. So there were months, you know, where I got like frustrated because I'm like, I'm doing all the things. And we always feel like we're doing all the things, but my thing that I was missing personally was like the mindset work. So I wasn't doing all the things. I was doing all the work things. I wasn't doing all the mindset things. So just imagine if you are personally sitting there right now and you're not even doing the work things or the mindset things, how much longer it's going to take you to achieve your goals. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I can honestly say that out of, I guess, 365 days in the year that I've been in, I don't know if there was a day that I ever didn't do my stories, to be honest, or that I didn't post.
Mm-mm.
I can't say, I mean, I don't want to like say 1,000% that that's true, but maybe one day, maybe two out of all that time, I always, always, always show my products. I always make a post. I always show up for my business. So what I was lacking was like the mindset piece of like wanting to grow a team. So I just want to put that in perspective. Just imagine if you already know that you're not posting in your stories every day. If you already know, you know, that you're not doing the work checklist of things, and then you're not doing the mindset work, how much longer it's going to take you than it took, you know, the next person, and not to compare, but like how much longer you're making it harder on yourself by not just doing the things, like implementing the things now. Just do it. Like she said, you don't want to go to work every day. If for those of you who do have a 9 to 5, or, you know, maybe you nanny or just anything, like you may not want to show up for work, but like that's what you have to do. And that's what this is. You know, it's a business. So you still have to show up. You still have to show up for yourself, for your family, and do the things, like whatever they are. Just do the things. Like it's so, I don't even know what else to say.
So we only have like 5 minutes left. So I'm gonna throw some ideas out there. Y'all can take it or leave it. But these are some things that I had thought about. So because we just kind of led into action, I want you all to implement some stuff. So you could, if maybe you haven't done your follow-ups or anything yet, maybe you want to check back in with people. This is an idea. This is like a message idea. You can say something like, and I'll post these in the chat if y'all want me to too. You can message and say like, hey girl, I'll open up my May specials. Let me know if you want details and if you want a spot before I post them. So that was one way of like getting people to respond. You know, if they say yes or whatever, you can kind of lead it into, okay, well, what are your main goals? Is it mood support, energy, suppressed appetite, you know, whatever. And then another idea, because I know some of you all do push free accounts and stuff, like just getting people to sign up on their free account or whatever before they order. So you can tell them like if this is what they want to do. Okay, well, go ahead and make your account so I can see what specials are unlocked for you. So they can go make their account or whatever. And then you can say, you know, what's your budget? They can tell you their budget or whatever. And you can say something like, girl, you qualify for the whole system with the black labels because of your anxiety. This means that you can get free shakes, you can customize it all, and you're getting $120 off right now. Does that not all sound amazing? Like you can word it however you want to. And then if they say, okay, well, 150 is too much for me, that's fine. We have dynamic duos right now, like capsules and patches. Like you can customize anything for anyone. And then maybe you don't get a response. Follow up in a couple days and say, hey, girl, I didn't know if it was the price that was holding you back because we can definitely make a package for you. We can build it however we want. Just any little ideas, any little quirks, anything that works for you. So yeah, I just wanted to throw those out there. I can type all that up in the messages or in the chat if you want me to. But I want you all to go back and clean your inboxes up because I know, like I said, last month was insane. Even if you did not promote, I see Christina's face right now. Her whole inbox is probably trash. So I want you all to go back and, like I said, this is the way that you can clean it up, is sending out these follow-ups. Like, hey, I'm about to post my May specials. I didn't know if you wanted a spot first. So you can go and send that to all your people. I feel like now is a good time too to just do some check-ins before he announces any kind of specials or whatever. And then also cleaning up your inboxes, making sure that nobody fell through the cracks. Maybe you were talking to a potential promoter and the conversation died down. That's fine. Go in and check on them. Hey, girl, how are you? Anything simple. Somebody else mentioned this to me. I don't know if I'm personally going to do this, but you all may want to. You can do some host to post stuff. I have PTSD from doing all that stuff. That's personal choice. I may end up trying it. I don't know yet. But you can look up videos on like host to post and stuff, and you can try it and get some more potentials in. It's at least one way for you to add to your network. Let me think. I think that was pretty much it. We have like 1 minute. Go ahead.
Just real quick, I want to say that follow-ups pretty much hit my GOAT promotion, my PV, and my 12K. And I can speak for Krista also. Follow-ups actually are what did it. A year of conversations with people, and then sending out the specific follow-up that I sent out about the specials that I was running. Everyone jumped on it. I signed like 6 customers like all through April, and then like the last week and a half of April I signed like 14 more. So from that follow-up. So I just wanted to throw that in there. But we are out of time. If you guys have questions, let us know. We will upload this and put it in the chat. And then same time next week, most likely.
Yep. And like I said, I know it's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's hard, but why can't we do hard? We can do hard. It's fine. So I just want y'all to know, I'm trying to make sure I didn't forget nothing. So y'all deserve this. Y'all are worthy. You deserve everything that we hit last month, everything that you're about to hit this month. Just let the past go. It's a new month. Let's just do this. So happy May. Y'all have a good night, and I will talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.